just look great in both of them. Now the jacket, it zips up, and it's comfortable, right?
It is.
It's very comfortable. Check it out. The Doane written across is faded. I love the faded look personally, and you got the 1972 date on there. Throw that in there. It looks great. Pick that up. Add that to your list of items to pick up in the bookstore. Now I am going to try on some clothes for you as well.
Okay, the next item on What to Own at Doane that is available at the bookstore for 20% off is a classic looking cream white-ish hoodie that we'll see on Dusty right now. This cream hoodie that Dusty has on has many good features to it. If you look right on the front, it's got Doane College Tigers. And if you look, it's really faded, but you can see the established in 1872. It looks really snazzy right there, and Doane Tiger on there. If you even look at the left-hand sleeve, it's got Doane Tigers with a orange emblem on there. So this is something to pick up at the bookstore. It comes in more sizes than what he has on. It's great for the guys or the girls, so go ahead and pick it up at the Doane bookstore, 20% off. Okay. Our last items on What to Own at Doane is a hat and t-shirt combo that you can get together at the bookstore. Let's see them on Dusty. So as we can see here on Dusty, this hat and t-shirt come together in a nice little package. It's all rolled up right there. And the t-shirt is just a classic look with Doane College right across the front of it. The hat is just the same way. It's in a black color, nice and classic. You can get the package right there together for 20% off at the bookstore. So go ahead and pick that stuff up. So that concludes this week's What to Own at Doane on Tiger Talk. So stay tuned and we'll be right back with Dusty talking to Eric Vaughn, the head of the Career Development Department here at Doane.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk. This is a very interesting episode today. If you are a senior and you are looking for a job, I'm very glad you tuned into this show because with me as my guest tonight, I have the leader of the Career Development Office. His name is Eric Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Vaughn.
Hello.
How you doing, bud?
Good. How are you today?
I am doing fine. This episode is pre-recorded, so we're both anxious for the Super Bowl tonight. But speaking of that, you're picking now on camera. Mm-hmm. Who?
Cardinals.
Cardinals. So if you're watching this, you've already known the results of the Super Bowl. So if the Cardinals lost, give them some trouble, all right? Now, you work in the Career Development Office. What kind of stuff do you do there?
Well, I do, a little bit of everything. I help undeclared students. I visit with prospective students that are coming to Doane that might be undeclared. I also am in charge of our internship program for pretty much every major except for education. I also help students with graduate school, so if they're planning on going to graduate school, helping with the entrance exams, like we have books that they can borrow from the Career Development Center, also with their applications and their personal statements that they have to write. On top of that, helping students find jobs after they graduate from Doane, so we do every week we have the Tiger Career Weekly, which is our weekly newsletter, and we focus on different jobs and internships, but also our front page focuses on tips and things that students need to know and things that will benefit them. The first issue we actually had information about a resume contest that we're doing to help engage students in having a resume that's they're ready for an internship or a job after they graduate from Doane. So,
what kind of responses have you been getting from the newsletter?
Newsletter, pretty positive ones. Students are really excited about it. They like the fact that they only get everything in one email a week, and everything's pretty centralized in one area. They can go back to it in the if they want, because we archive them all on the web. But from the response that I've heard, faculty and students and staff just love it. So,
well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And that's a Eric Vaughn original, right?
Yes, it is.
An Eric Vaughn original. Hoping to see a lot more originals coming from you. Now, you're talking about the resume contest. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, what we did was, it should be Resume Vita or Credentials contest, because different majors have different types of either a resume or a Vita or a credential. So students are invited to work on their resume, vita or credential, and bring it and submit it to the career fair, or to the resume contest. The nice thing about it, though, is that they can cheat. They can actually come in and get some advice and help with it before they submit it. I'm actually not going to be one of the judges. I've actually gone out and looked at some people across campus, that some staff here that can actually help critique resumes and take a look at what students are doing. So I'm really excited because it'll be unbiased, because we'll have some people other than me looking at them and critiquing them.
Now, when do they start? When can they start submitting resumes?
They could start. They could start last Wednesday, and I believe they have up to February 16th.
Okay.
And I'll be sending out some other announcements. I'm actually going to revise it a little bit because of adding those other two, the vitas and the credential files. I want to make sure all students understand that theirs might be a little different. It might not just be a resume.
Okay. Now, what other events do you have coming up for career development?
Well, we have for seniors, the seniors should have gotten in their mailbox an invite to our first, they had one last year, but we're actually going to make it even a little bit bigger. It's an etiquette dinner, and that's on February 26th. Seniors are invited. We have only 50 seats, so I really encourage you to get your ticket early. But that'll give you a whole night of networking and learning how to eat properly if you're invited to a business lunch or business dinner with for a potential interview, or even if you're just going to go when you get a job, you need to know how to order properly and what to do, especially if someone else is hosting or if you're hosting. So we have 2 alumni coming. I'm really excited about that. They're gonna host the evening for us, and I've asked other alumni to come back and actually sit at the different tables with the students that are participating in the event, so that they can ask questions and just have somebody that they can follow during that evening.
Be sure to check those events out, as well as check out the Career Development Office, see what it can offer you as an outgoing senior, or maybe you're a junior just starting to get a head start. Be sure to check out the Career Development Office. They can hook you up with all the information that you need to know about getting careers, especially in this economy. It's tough, so you can use all the help you can get. So make sure you stop by there and check out the Career Development Office. How was your break? How was your break?
It was busy. I actually went home for 2 weeks, but then right when I got back, I taught an interterm 2 CED courses to help. They're the prerequisite before you can do an internship. So I taught 2 sections of that during our interterm break. So I was pretty busy and had a lot of traffic in the office, a lot of students coming in. We had, I think, over 25 students doing internships during interterm. So it was a pretty busy interterm for me.
What about your Christmas break? Did you do anything? Did you have a good Christmas?
Oh yeah, I had a great time. I went home for 2 weeks. I'm from New York, so went to upstate New York. Hung out with my family and friends. Some of the highlights, we had family Christmas a couple times. I went to a hockey tournament at my alma mater, where I worked last year. Was really excited to be there for that. I got to see a ton of friends and spent a lot of time with friends and family while I was home. So it was a really worthwhile 2-week break, but I was really excited to get back.
You a big hockey fan?
Yes, I am.
Who's your team?
Well, I'm more into collegiate, so and SUNY Oswego, where I went to college in upstate New York. Actually, we were the Division III NCAA champions in 2007. So I love following SUNY Oswego hockey, and really enjoy going to see the games when I'm home. And I actually had season tickets before I came here, so and my friends are always looking forward to me to be at the game. So I was excited that I got to see 2 home games while I was home.
How many do you usually catch?
Well, now since I can't actually go to the games because it's too far away, I actually listen online because the local radio station that on campus actually broadcasts the games. So it's really good, and I get scores and updates from friends from home. They text message me like, this is what's going on at the game right now. So it's really nice. I still stay with it, and I want to know about the team and everything. So I stay up to date on the web and by talking to my friends.
Is there anything interesting that happened during your break?
Well, I actually, for New Year's Eve, I went out to dinner with some friends, and we went to celebrate for a little bit, and decided toward the end of the evening, like, hey, let's go check out this new donut place